This time we'll leave Bryce Canyon, spend a creepy night in Moab, before moving on to Durango via Mesa Verde. Well, that was Bryce Canyon. We get to see a little bit of it, but the weather was awful. We've still got wet gear on. Luckily it's a little bit warmer today, so we're drying out as we ride, but it is going to rain a bit more today, so we're a bit sad about that. Hopefully though, because we're off to Moab today, or near Moab, should be nice and warm, so it should dry all our stuff out. Oh, off we go. Easily imagine in the old days the cowboys driving the herds through here, couldn't you? Not difficult to imagine at all. Huge open spaces. Absolutely stunning. Oh no, this is a cool route. Has to be said, this is very cool. Didn't come in this way, I don't think. Oh yes, nice stream down there. Lovely. Can't get to it. And it's probably a bit treacherous to get to as well actually, but certainly see it, it's very pretty. Oh, this is cool. Limit 17 tons. I think we'll be alright. Just about. The wind's up a little bit, sort of blowing through here, not surprisingly. It's quite a narrow little canyon that we're riding through. Mine, look! Going into the hill, it's a mine. Oh yeah. What if it's a gold mine? Would there be gold in them there hills? Look, there's... Oh, I wonder. Well, the wind's certainly picking up a bit. It feels quite strong in front of us. And it's quite dark over this side of the valley too. Might be getting a bit wet in a while. I can see the sun kind of beating, trying to break through above us. But it's awfully dark over there. Hint of deja vu from yesterday perhaps. Well, we've reached the top of the plateau. We're above where we were before, and by God it's windy. It's dark on us, the crosswind is really whipping up, blowing us around quite a bit. It's very much like Scotland up ahead, sort of dark, mean and moody. That's the way I describe it. So we're riding into Mordor at the moment. Huge storm over there on the right. I've seen any lightning yet, but I'm sure there will be. And it's just black mountains ahead of us. Looks stunning, but also kind of darkly ominous too. Hopefully in a good way. What a fabulous place this is. Lovely. Lovely western feel, absolutely fab. It is the Capitol Reef National Park. And it's one we've actually come to by accident because we've altered our route today to a slightly longer one. About 5 miles because we wanted to cut down on interstate. And wow. Definitely a worthwhile change, no doubt about that. So that apparently is Chimney Rock. I can definitely see why it gets its name. It's just a single spike stack jutting out from the rest. How long before Chimney Rock becomes no more? As is always the way with these sort of stacks, they eventually collapse, of course. Absolutely magnificent. Fantastic, it really is. And we hadn't even heard of it until we drove through it. It was just on our route. Absolutely incredible. Surrounded by these huge towering rocks on either side. That's just absolutely amazing. Look at this absolutely fantastic place. This is where the road has taken us today. We just took Google Maps, we didn't want to go on the interstate, we took this road and it is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. It's an amazing plateau there beneath the rocks, so otherworldly. It's stunning. I'm saying that a lot today, I know, but to say what I see. Yeah, just get to the interstate, Tom. We'll have a break. If you see somewhere we can get a coffee, then pull over and we'll go have a coffee. Okay. Right, okay. You ready? Okay, brace. Up. Oh, bloody hell.
Right.
Yeah. Somewhere flat would have been good. What are you indicator? Oh, yeah. Cool. This place is fucking wild, isn't it? Oh, feet have gone asleep.
70,
Yeah.
all the way down there, and people fly past me like you'd think it was doing 50.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's madness, isn't it?
Like that red club was doing 90.
Yeah, probably.
You see like a fucking
It's a little hole there for some animal. Switch off for a sec. Could be gopher holes, these could well be.
Yeah, so I could be someone to stop and instigate, but I like to stop.
No, we need to stop.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah, I want a coffee. Fucking desperately need a coffee.
That's the most I've ridden today.
Yeah, enjoyed it. They've been through some amazing.
I didn't enjoy that too much, it was just like fucking just.
Yeah, it's just dead straight, innit? Jump off then.
How far was that? Like, it was like
Quite a way, actually.
30 miles, 30 miles.
Something like that, yeah.
It's just, yeah. Well, yeah, it's just a. Quick so people go.
Oh, no, yeah. Go over a bit. Right. Right, yeah. Got us to within. We're only 50 miles away there.
Yep. Yeah, it must be, I'm a guess, like 30 miles an interstate, 20 miles.
Something like that. I would have thought something like that. Yeah, it won't be too much interstate now, will there? Well done, Tom. Oh, he made him hard. I'll have to get some fuel at some point. Certainly got more than enough to get there. Yeah. But we see a stop when we're nearly there, which we could deal with, and we'll be fine. A coffee would be great. I really need a coffee. We haven't had a coffee today. There's a little face sort of peered around the corner in that hole then.
You see a few times sort of little like rat mouse things, but like looking like desert rats. Much like
There could be gophers or prairie dogs. It depends how big they are. And behind us.
really small.
Could be just there's so many species of ground squirrel, it's untrue, I tell you.
Really?
Yeah, loads of them. Yeah, it's very common there. Anything behind? Alright, let's go. So I quite like riding these because it's much better than the interstate. It's quiet, there's nobody else on. You know, it can get boring and this brain goes into these straights, but I still prefer it. It seems just like everywhere else today. The interstate is desolate and beautiful. And very quiet as well. It's so nice to have gotten out of California. Sorry, California, but you know, you get these sort of quiet areas where aren't too many people around. It's really what we came here for. We just want to get away from it all. You want to get away from people sometimes. And love these quiet areas. I really do. Well, we're at our MOAB campground. It's near an old mining trail, which is a bit rough as you can see. Tom's already here. He's hopefully setting up the tent. I've been to get water because this place is basic. I think it's fair to say. There is a toilet, which is basic, and After much toing and froing, look at that, we've managed to secure a little site. We've got a little roof over the tent, which is very handy because it's quite windy. Just other things. All sorts of things going here. There's a problem. Huge ant colonies. There's pony trekking, and there's an old mine here, and old settlers used to spend time here. So yeah, it's quite a historically interesting place. Although mostly it's strewn with donkey poo, if I'm honest. And there's lots of holes, which suggests to me, well, prairie dogs go for something like that. I don't know, ground squirrels, small rodents, and hopefully not snakes, because you know, at least I haven't got Deb with us. I don't like snakes. Yeah, so let's have a little walk away carefully in the grass. I won't disturb any wildlife that might disturb me. I can hear some wildlife actually. I'll be quite miffed that I'm walking by. Yeah, there were lots of prairie dog holes. So, see into the canyon there. It probably doesn't show up very well on here, but there's a quite a large canyon down there. We've got big old mountains over there. Big old coast down there. And then somewhere down there, there was an old mine, disused mine. Don't know what they actually mined. We did pass quite a few mines today. I don't know what they mined in this area actually. Gold, silver, I've no idea. But yeah. Yeah, very interesting place really. Now, it was while I was investigating the campsite that Tom had an encounter which I can only describe as a little bit sinister.
Yeah, it was a very creepy encounter. So, at the campsite we were at, there was a couple of German girls that were there staying with us. And while I was looking around at stuff, I noticed they were talking to this guy that appeared from nowhere. And I was eavesdropping, as you do, and he was asking for help to move his car. And he was basically asking these German girls, because they came in a van, if they could use the tow bar to move his car that was stuck in the sand. Because as he put it, his children were stuck in the car about an hour's ride away because he cycled down, and he needed desperate help to pull the car out of the sand. However, the German girls didn't have a tow bar or any rope on the truck that was able to pull his car out, so there's nothing they could really do. At this point, this Asian couple joined in, and I believe the father said, "Oh, I think I have a tow rope, I could help you out." And we're going, no, I think I'll be fine. And we're like, "Oh, you sure? We could all join together, maybe push the car out." And he was like, "Nope, no, I'm all good. I'll walk to the road and ask for help." I'm like, "What?" Then after that, as if that wasn't weird enough, the Asian guy said, "Oh, he's a member of the AA, so we could call them and get an actual proper rescue vehicle out to help him." But again, he was like, "No, I'm all good. I'll head to the road," and just seemed very back offish. And with that, he cycled off into the desert, never to be seen again. But thinking about it later, I really do believe he was trying to lure out those girls into the desert, because why would he suddenly refuse help when me and another man got involved? Very strange.
And with that, we settled down to a very restless night. Well, good morning. Here we are at Moab. After a relatively cool night, the sun is out today. It's fairly bright, so Sunny's on standby, I think. We have no water, so the first thing we're going to have to do is to get something to drink. We did buy some water, but we used the last of it this morning, so we are fluidless. But we have got to go down a interesting dirt road to get out of here, which was lots of fun too, with all the gear on. Wasn't too bad when I had to ride to pick water up. But yeah, just feel like it's trying to shake the poor bike to bits. This trip is a good shock test for the Honda CB500X, I have to say. It's taking a battering. Still going though, I haven't broke anything on it. So I can't complain. Pretty good. Problem that sun is bright, isn't it? There's the end of the trail. That was about a mile. It's got a safety across the train tracks and hit the road now. Don't trust these guard things, I always check. Go, go, go. We are launched. Right. So, today we're heading vaguely southeast. Going to be passing through MOAB and I think visiting one or two interesting places on the way. We hope, that's the plan anyway. Let's see how it goes. Weather is looking decidedly better than yesterday. Big lad say. It's warm, sort of comfortably so, but not absolutely steaming hot. Oh, not yet anyway, but we'll see. We shall see. For those of you who like your mountains nice and red, certainly getting that in MOAB. Beautiful because lovely mix of palette of colours again. Like we saw before, there's some copper or something like that. There's a greenish colour to some of the rocks. This area is obviously much more sand-based. Lovely red features. Arches National Park in Bow. So, yeah, beautiful place and should be a beautiful ride again. Really enjoyed yesterday going to the National Park. So today hopefully it's as good. Scale of today is pretty sizable, I'd have said. This ridge is Mahusu. Absolutely Mahusu. Well, it's certainly impressive, MOAB. It's on quite a scale, that's to be said. You can see why so many people come here for off-road riding, things like that. So, hole in the rock. Hole in the rock. Cave, archway. It's quite famous with arches here, actually. Sort of rock arches. That presumably is one that's collapsed in on itself now. Hole in the rock. Or is that just the pull in? Oh no, no, no. Right. Yes. No. Yeah. Ah, there. Yeah. You can see some archways forming there. Oh no. Turn left now. Wow, it's a quaint little general store. Wow, that's properly MOAB now, isn't it? Look at that. Oh no, this is a cool formation up in front there, isn't it? Look at that, that's cool. It's like a bucket hat. Okay, well, if I named it, I would name it Mount Bucket Hat. But it looks like my bucket hat. I haven't got much imagination, I admit. There you go, there's an arch. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, get some photos, man. Alright, we're gonna pick up here and we'll head on. Well, we're only a few miles outside of MOAB and we've got this flat, almost prairie-like area. Lots of cattle. Did see our first vultures. They were eating a roadkill deer at the side of the road, poor thing. But they've got to eat, you know. They're a sizable bird, those vultures, I can tell you. Wouldn't want to tackle one. Well, tick off another state. We have just entered colourful Colorado. At least that's how it describes itself. And it's nice and green at the moment. We had those rains over the last couple of days, and it has greened everything up very nicely, thank you. So far, yeah, Colorado is indeed colourful. So we are in Mesa Verde National Park. It's a park famous for its ancient Indian houses built into the cliff face. Well, yeah, as I said, I had to check in to sign into the park with my park card. It's famous for its cliff dwellings, which were built by the American Indians. We tend to think of Indians as a nomadic people, but that was not always the case. We don't know why they stopped living in this area. May have been a change of climate that forced them to live more, whoever was here to live more nomadically. Yeah, it could have been war, you know, that forced them out. Nobody knows for sure, but there's obviously an awful lot of guesses. But climate change could well be a factor. It may have been less dry in the period when they built the structures, and that certainly would follow on from a number of cities in Europe and Asia that they were abandoned when it got too dry, you know, because climate is not constant. It does change even without human interference. So it, you know, circumstances change so that some civilizations simply get abandoned after a while. I suppose that ultimately no civilization lasts forever. So they're kind of eerie and mysterious ruins, really, aren't they? And we've got another mountain climb. Just for change, because obviously haven't done a mountain climb for at least a day. And we love heights. Oh, and it's pretty high up here, actually. Pretty high. I hate heights. Sure, this bloody country does it to me on purpose. Caution, slide area, no stopping. See, very rapidly we've climbed mighty high. We're going for the mountain. Oh God, it was up. You want a bit of the loud? Yeah, it'd be quite loud, wouldn't it? It was really dark in there. Even when I thought I'd actually got my visor down, which I hadn't. And I thought, wow, it's mighty high. Tell you, don't know how many feet we are, but it's a lot. Do love heights. Must be nearly at the top now, surely. Well, maybe not quite, nearly. Wow, that's 40 miles down there. 376 feet, I can confirm, just past the sign. It bloody feels it as well, actually. A little bit breezy, not too bad. But by God, what a view. So these dwellings were constructed by American Indians around 1,000 years ago, as far as we can tell, according to the archaeologists, which shows that there was a proper civilization here before the white man turned up and, well, you could argue made a bit of a mess of everything. Again, we don't know what happened to these places, change of climate, war, famine, we just don't know. But for whatever reason, these amazing buildings were abandoned at some point. So America said they haven't got any history, apart from it's more than 100 years old or so. They're quite wrong, of course. It's a really stunning place, this is. Is it a well, I'd guess? Maybe. Well seems the most likely, but because it might not have been. Certainly had plenty of time to silt up though. 1,000 years since it was used. The amazing thing is how small the doors are. I mean, there's a plinth there and you can see the difference between the two. Clearly people had to stoop, because people were not that small years ago. People had to stoop clearly to get in and out of these houses. And we're going downhill a bit. So, it's fairly obvious there's been a forest fire here fairly recently. Blimey, it's a petrified forest.
Provided to get down those safely. After that is an asphalt path that leads you to the first.
Well, that was Mesa Verde, Tom. What do you think? Very beautiful.
It's pretty cool, yeah. It's and I thought America didn't have any castles. We've got one. Well, it's the closest thing to a castle, isn't it, to be fair?
It's pretty good, 800 years old. Very beautiful, I think. Well, we made it down safely from Mesa National Park, you're very glad to know. And it was absolutely brilliant. What the hell? Why are there huge arrows? Okay, well, it's a weird place. It's actually Indian grounds, these, so could be a bit of Indian art. We have just passed a place with lots of Indian artwork on display, so it could well be. We made it down safely. It was it's quite a long drop. It didn't take quite as long to get down as I thought it was going to do, actually, but I think it was well worth the trip up there. Those fantastic ruins, really. I think if you're interested in history and architecture, that sort of, I think if you're interested in history and that sort of thing, it was a really fantastic place to visit. I'm very glad we went there, actually. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. It was, I remember you were about 7,000 feet up there, so that was a bit fun. The little Honda was struggling a bit, but she was feeling a little bit asthmatic, I think, at times. But we're back near sea level now. I thought we were at sea level, but she's a bit better now. But yeah, well worth a visit. Definitely, we've really enjoyed today. Well, we've dropped into this valley and it looks like blooming Scotland. It's so green, almost. Very verdant, very lovely. And a huge change from the other side. We rode into Durango, where we treated ourselves to a hotel stay for the evening, knowing that we had some big miles ahead of us. Tune in next time as we turn up the heat and the mileage as we cross New Mexico and the mighty state of Texas.